Hey guys, so a little bit of a mini small rant. Um, I have been added into a BlackBerry Messenger group that has men and women, and the purpose of the group is to get the perspectives of both genders on certain topics like marriage and live-in boyfriends and cheating and lying and merging finances and dating questions and children and just life issues that men and women look at differently and face differently. So it's definitely been a lot more than I bargained for, but I've learned some stuff, and it's always interesting to hear other people's opinions and perspectives, especially the opposite sex, because their mind just takes a hold of a situation totally different than a woman would. It's almost like, what, really? And, I think at the end of the day, a lot of people really have to learn when to agree to just disagree. No one's going to always be right or wrong. Now, men will joke and say a woman will tell you she's never wrong. No, we're wrong sometimes. Now, if that woman is able to actually admit to that, I can't vouch for that. But I don't like when people get grouped, like you women all do this or all men are dogs. You can't really say that. You can't do that because each person comes to the table with a different set of life experiences and backgrounds, and they're a certain way for us because of a certain reason. It's not just because they're literally a dog. Maybe they've had their heart broken several times by women and they just stopped caring, or they didn't see any good examples in their own family life, so they didn't understand how to treat a woman. Now, some things I think are common sense, but I have a friend who always tells me, hey, Danny, common sense is not so common for most people anymore. Which sometimes I would be like, are you kidding me? Like, who, gets a ride from someone doesn't offer gas? Isn't that common sense? No, that could just be how you're raised. Who comes to a party with no food or no gift? Who goes out to dinner with no money? Just simple, silly things like that, like who has an interview and doesn't prepare for it, or who has to go on a trip and has pets and doesn't plan somewhere to put the pets, and just silly little things that you think like is duh, but it's not a duh for everyone. But yeah, my rant is just really like, I don't know, taking a step back and looking at life and how people approach it. Honestly and truly, sometimes it pisses me off because there are people who are doers and takers, and it doesn't matter how old you are or what you're doing, there's always going to be those people around. Like, I'm a doer, I'm a giver. I don't know why I give when I don't even have to give. I overextend myself, I overwhelm myself, and then I know people who will only take. Take. They don't want to give, they don't want to contribute, they just want to complain and take. And when I meet those people, I have to always remind myself, it's not about me changing them. Like, I need to just find a way to work with them or around them. It's not always fun. It can be really frustrating, but that's the name of the game because most of us, we're adults. And a lot of adults, they don't really change their habits. What does my dad say to me? You can't get a zebra to change its stripes or something like that. I don't know. Or if it looks like a duck and it sounds like a duck and it quacks like a duck, it's a duck. So it's kind of like, okay. But the basic point is that you shouldn't be going around trying to change people. Either you compromise and work around them, or you don't work with them at all. Sometimes you have that choice, sometimes you don't. When you're actually in a work setting, probably don't really have that choice. You're supposed to be a team and a group. When it's a personal level, like friends or dating or relationships, you kind of have a little bit more leadway. But even with family, sometimes you don't have a choice. You have to just deal with them. But I think sometimes just dealing with people and their little, idiosyncrasies and stuff can be tiring. Like, literally just tiring, where you're just kind of like, you didn't even move out of a chair, but you just feel exhausted. And I think, like, right now in my life, I feel exhausted from dealing with people. I really want to take a vacation or retreat just by myself, where I can just sit in a room and do nothing. No BlackBerry ringing, No computer going off, no emails, no reports due, nothing. Just quiet. No television on. Maybe some jazz in the background and like a bubble bath and some white wine. I mean, like, seriously. I think if I went on vacation somewhere, even if it was up the street from my house into a hotel room, I wouldn't even come out. I don't even think I would go. I might go to the jacuzzi, but I don't like wearing bathing suits. This is probably long. I'm sorry. But I've had a long couple of months, and I think it's starting to take a toll on me. So I wanted to come and share with you guys. But yeah, what do you do to de-stress? What do you guys do? Do you drink wine? Do you go partying? Do you go shopping? Do you scream at the top of your lungs? Do you go kickboxing? Do you go hiking? Do you go to the shooting range? Do you go fishing? What do you do? I'm definitely open for suggestions and tips. So tell me, and if you do comment below, thank you. I appreciate you. Bye.